Hello guys, this is the apple pie maker, and if you're wondering why, maybe you already done that, is because we want to go over some things that we didn't cover in our first video, and also create new recipes that were suggestions from all of our subscribers out there. And one thing I didn't do in the first video is go over the booklet very well, so I'm going to move some things out of the way and go over the booklet next. Alright, so time to focus on booklet here. This was the cover on the booklet. Of course, you see Happy Kids in their Pie Maker Children's Meal Treat. And the instructions of putting it together. You may see that in our video. And then how to wash it and clean it. Everything's washed except for the little pie boxes. And then the steps to making your delicious apple pies. And I'm going to go over this again with you today, but we're also going to bring a bunch of greens. Why? Because I don't think the first video is very clear on the fact that this is really for experimenting and for kids just do their own thing. That's back in the 90s. Coming home, really, people need to make a pie stack you want. Just make it in the fridge, grab a bread you like, grab the filling you like, make your own little pie snacks. And if you have allergies, just the ingredients that you can eat. That's the cool thing I bought. Not required to have any special recipe or mix that came in the maker. That's really all up to you. So we did this recipe in the first video, and I thought probably these three recipes today. Now look, name your own recipe so parents and kids can write their own recipes in and do their own thing. And now we got over the booklet, let's take a look at the maker, a little more detail. Okay, so here we go. So this is the apple pie maker and the two apple pie boxes, which I'll show you later. And this comes out, this is for the cutting of the bread, and a free sauce to make it look like an apple pie tub, the roller. And this actually shapes, and there's a section here for filling the apple pies in. Yes, this is an apple pie with bread. And there's a reason for that. It's because kids normally have bread in the house. You're not going to get a pastry dough or a certain kind of dough and try and make these and cook these. It's just something to make on the spot and eat on the spot. That's what I'm going to show you next now. Let me move this out of the way and do the sugar and the cinnamon, because I'm not sure even showed that in the last video. Okay, so it was 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. So let me do that. Okay, this is our shaker. This gets put on top. Let me make it here. 1 teaspoon and 2 teaspoons. Now, if you can't have sugar, there's a substitute that you can use, and go ahead and do that. If you see enough, you want to use real brown sugar, then you can. It's really up to you. That was the best thing. These kids, you didn't have to rely on a mix that you provide or rely on a prepackaged product here. Use whatever you had in the house. Let me just shake this up. I'll cover the holes here. Okay, we're going to leave that in the back. We're going to use that in just a free moment. So let me get the machine in here. And let's do the basic one first. Well, though, here, let me do this. Let me show you some of the ingredients I have here. How do I do that? We'll go through all the different ingredients and the different pies we're going to make right now. Okay, here's some of the ingredients today, and the recipes are in that booklet. Here's the Jell-O and Nesquik. Okay, you can use whatever variety. Make your own Jell-O, do whatever you want. Applesauce, can make your own applesauce, use any type applesauce. Then jelly, same thing. I have 3 different kinds of peanut butter here. One's just a sun butter, so if you're allergic to peanut butter, use a sun butter if you're not allergic to that. So it's really up to you and what your taste is and what you like. Now, I'm not sure we really made that clear in the first video, so let's get started. I'll move the machine back in and prepare on now. We're just going to be making all kinds of apple pies. Well, not just apple pies, peanut butter pies, Jell-O pies, and other cool treats. Okay, let's get started here. I want to go over the breads because it was some fusion there. They have to use white bread. You can use any breads you want. There's white, wheat, maybe half gluten-free, and I'm going to show you that out. And don't use a cutter for it. I just cut the crust off by hand and then roll out the machine. Okay, it's a little bit different way it rolls out, but it'll still work. So let me make just a regular apple pie, because the main thing I want to see is just a basic apple pie and the toaster oven. Why not toast it? A lot of people said, why not toast it? So there you go. See how that works with the 3 notches, isn't it? So you just take it and your rolling section here, roll it out. I'm not going to do all 3 of these on camera because I want to make a bunch of different things and show you all different kinds of those recipes. So I'll probably make 2 or 3 for you, and the rest I'll just make and then come back and show them all to you and taste them. Now remember, you're pushing this down here, and what it does is to make the section so you can put in your greens. I'm just going to do the basic apple pie. And if you don't like apples, you can use cherries, use whatever you want. If you don't want to use the store product, make your own. You can sprinkle this inside. A lot of people said, why don't you sprinkle this inside? So I'm going to do that over. And watch when you press, now it's going to form it and cut it at the same time. There you go. See? Get on my plate here and sprinkle it on top. Okay, I'm going to get that into my toaster oven. Get that in there. Set this on low here. Get a quick setting. And there you go. Now I'm going to make a wheat one and a gluten-free one. I'll compare all 3. I just kind of mid-process here on a gluten-free bread. I just want to show you that it does work. I have 2 in the toaster oven right now, so here's a gluten-free. I just want to show you that it works, but like I said, but if you just take your time, you're going to have yourself an apple pie. Let's get that in there. The other 2 are the toaster oven, so I'm going to get this one in the toaster oven. We'll show you what all 3 look like and go from there. See it works good. We'll just put this one next to the other 2, then we'll come back in just a second. Okay, I'm all set now. I got all 3 apple pies in my toaster oven. I'm gonna get this one out. See, it has a golden brown edge. Put it on my tray here. Here's the wheat. I'm gonna leave nice golden brown on top. I'll leave this one in here. Hopefully I don't forget. And those will go now in the apple pie boxes that came with the set. So let me do that. Got one open here and they are warm. Now remember, original recipe didn't call for us a cookie, so I'm going to put this one in and leave it like that. So that's that. But what I did want to show you here is a real great choice apple pie, so you can compare it now. Of course, this is not going to be exactly the same. So this is an apple pie from Great Choice, Caution Hot. This is what it looks like. Definitely difference in size. Now let me cut this. Let me cut this one here in half so you can see here crispiness. And this is the inside. This is the apple pie filling. I'm going to give this one taste on wheat bread. I like it because it's all stuff that I'm used to eating. It's bread, apples, cinnamon, and sugar. Can't go wrong on that. So here's the apple pie from Great Choice. Now this is going to be a pastry, not bread, but what we're trying to do is get this off. So let me check back in a few minutes. I'm going to get another recipe for you here, and we'll get going on that one. Okay, here's the gluten-free one. It just came out of the toaster oven, and it looks pretty good. So if that's the bread you want to use, and go cut it open. As you can see, it's nice and crispy. Nice filling size. Let me give it a shot. That one's really crispy. I think I got all 3. I like the gluten-free the best. So, another recipe now is just one. Oop, there's my timer. Now the rest of them here in the series are uncooked, so I can show now. Now you can make them nice and toasty. toaster oven. If something like this happens, get extra crust, you just put it on a little cutting board and taking it off so it makes it nice and smooth in a roller. There's one just jelly. There's one with peanut butter and jelly. So I say just do it peanut butter and jelly. Nothing you can eat straight. Let me get my spoon here. We have jelly and a bit of peanut butter. I know not have room on that. This is over. Okay. And you can sprinkle cinnamon sugar on top of it if you want to. Okay, and we're going to cut it in half. This right there. So you can eat it now. It's pretty good. These are basically like Hot Pockets. You ever heard of a Hot Pockets? Let me show you what a Hot Pocket is. That's a Hot Pocket. A lot of people say that's kind of like Hot Pockets. Well, let's give it a shot. I had a Hot Pocket. Now look at this. This is a giant pocket that we're going to make, but this one is pepperoni. So why not make, you just take a look here, crisp and carry unwrapped sandwich dessert. I didn't really make these. I'm going to show you that I'm going to make one now. Done up peanut butter and jelly with cheese and bacon. Yes, I'm going to toast that one. See how that one turns out. Again, lots of requests for these different kinds of recipes. Let me give this one a shot using white bread this time. Sometimes I just pull off the little crust there a lot. Roll it. I think after this I'm going to straighten up and clean up and do the pudding recipe. I'm going to take a piece of sliced cheese and lay a piece in there. And a couple pieces of bacon. Okay. And this is not going to get sprinkled. And put this in the toaster oven. Okay, now I'm going to come back, clean up, and do the pudding recipe next. That's in booklet. Let me get that set. And we'll come right back. Okay, here's another non-cooking one. So I'm just going to do bread like I have to. Cuts out real nice. Trim off that little extra here. Okay, leave that in my machine. Okay. And the scrap, let's get out of there. Now I'm throwing away the scraps. In the first video I said save it for birds. A lot of people say I will kill all the birds. So my one in toaster oven is still going. So this is pudding. And we're putting this liquid on top. So this one's not heated anyway. And we're going to sprinkle Nesquik on top. Okay, now I'm going to cut this one in half so you can see the inside. Okay. Definitely love it. I'm going to take this one out. Now remember, this is the cheese and bacon one. Yes, this is cheese. Put this one in half. Cheese, yes, goozy cheese. This one's hot, so I'm going to get a taste anyway. I like it. Okay, that was good too. So I'm going to clean up here and do a little recap. Well, we made it to the end of the roommate video for the Great Choice Pie Maker. I know there's a lot of misconceptions, and mainly that's not real apple pie. It's bread with different kinds of fillings. Now remember, again, it's because they have bread and have something easily on your table, and kids can work with it without having to cook it. The cooking part we did is to show that, yeah, toasting it up helps and makes a nice little crispy bread pocket. Make sure that we have down here's a real Great Choice apple pie in a box. Here's the one that we made earlier. I have the cheese and bacon one, the pudding and the chocolate one. I have a peanut butter and jelly one and a regular apple pie one. So shows all the different ones we made. And again, possibilities are endless. It's really up to you and the ingredients you want to use. So thanks for watching that video.